Okay, today we're going to talk about wired stoppers. I've got a kind of a collection here. I'm going to go through the basics of chalkcraft first. So here I've got, these are the Wild Country rocks. These are one of the early styles, kind of from 1980s when these came out. They were a personal favorite of mine, so we're going to talk about these. A couple of the features you can see, they've got a concave side here and a convex side here. So, what is that? Why is that? And that's basically so that it can get contact on various shapes of crack. So you can see, like my finger there, the angle that could fit into. To illustrate that, you got a typical crack, and you can see here that we're going to get 2 points of contact on that side, if you will, if you can see that. So we sort of, the convex side has got us, is giving us 2 points of contact. Now I'm going to fabricate a crack to illustrate the example. So you want to get as much surface area as you can on the thing. So the reason these are got a convex and a concave side is so you can see here that if the crack was shaped like this, you got a contact. But watch what happens if the taper becomes less. You're still contacting, still got the 3 points of contact on the stopper. So you want to keep that in mind. So the reason the one side has got that convex and concave side is that it can fit in various angles and set nicely with, call it 3 points of contact. The other way you can place these nuts is this way. Now this way, you got flat sides. So, if the angle of the crack changes, then you might only have 2 points touching. So it's not quite as good, but it does give you an alternative option. So that's the reason these were designed that way, again, so that you can see how the angle of the crack can change, and you're still getting that 3 points of contact. So when we're placing gear, we're going to be looking for that. You can place them this way, you can place them this way, you can place them this way in a crack, this way in a crack, you can place them that way in a crack. And that's the kind of thing we're going to be looking for when we're placing stoppers. Of course, multiple sizes. We're going to use this one here, which is a number 8, so we can kind of see what we're looking at. So let's go and have a look here. Okay, so we've got a nice slot here, and I'm gonna slide the nut in. So I've got the concave, in this case the concave is down, and that's not a bad placement there. I've got I probably could even get in the next size up, but if we notice, below the crack here, it further constricts. So, that works. I could also try, flipping it over, and I'm also getting good contact there. So that would be, you notice I got pretty good contact on the left hand side. I got good contact on the right hand side. That would be considered a good placement. Conversely, this one I could probably get in this way as well, And you know, that's also, you know, not a bad placement. So this crack, you know, is ideal because it actually fits, you know, 3 different ways. So great textbook example. The things we're looking for are surface area, you know, either 3 points of contact or a maximum amount of surface area. So I'm going to show you another example, you know, of a poor placement. You might use in an emergency or something, but you know, so right here, you know, if you have a look at that, so I mean, that's probably okay, but I'm not real happy with, you know, this corner, the lower left hand corner where it's against the rock there. I would take that placement if I had to, but I'm not super happy with it. I would actually, you know, rather prefer, you know, a smaller, I would take a smaller one. And let's see how this one. So this one, you know, at least I've got a little more surface area there, and I'm happier with that one as well. So that's a little better. I'm not, you know, it's better than nothing for sure. The first placement we looked at would be much better, but sometimes you got to optimize, you know, for what you've got. So let's just take a look around and we'll look for one more, you know, a third example here. Okay, so got a third example here, right here, and you know, I'm not super happy that the bottom of the crack disappears here where my, you know, where my fingers are, but if the rock is good, that's actually not a bad placement. I've got good contact on the left hand side. A lot of the rock surface is touching there, and good contact on the right. You know, other than the, you know, the crack getting wider down here, I'd be happy with, I'm happy with that geometry. I would prefer a scenario where there was, you know, where the crack thinned down. So okay, so here's another example where, okay, I'm loving the look of that. See how I've got nice good contact on the right hand side of that nut, and the crack continues to get thinner. So this would be an awesome placement, and I could probably even place the nut this way as well, and that also is working. I mean, it's pretty damn good. I'm not super happy, you know, there's a bit of a gap there. You know, I got the one flat side, and then the top right hand corner is catching. I would much rather have that, you know, this placement here. I've got more surface area of rock touching. It's not as big of a deal on granite, but if you're on soft rock, it could be, you know, quite a factor. So I'm loving that one. Effectively, you know, those are the principles that we're talking about here. You want to get kind of as much surface area on the stoppers as you can. There's, you know, of course, there's all the different sizes. Those are really, that's probably an illustration of the types of things that you're looking for basic, you know, basic Chalkcraft.